This video was powered by RedCupGH. Follow them on Instagram at redcup_gh. So, recently there was news about Huawei being banned from using the Android platform, and people around were asking what's next. So, Huawei came up with developing their own operating system where people had to formulate a lot of names for it. First we heard about Arc OS, and then we heard about Oak OS, and then there was this Chinese name I can't even mention, which was all part of Huawei's plan to develop their own personal operating system. So many leaks came out showing the operating system and how it was going to look like, and it was very cool. I mean, Huawei wouldn't have lost anything even if the Android platform was scraped out of their system, because that operating system we saw, or that was leaked online, was from both the Android operating system and had a touch of the iOS or the Apple operating system as well. So it was going to be so cool. Imagine having an Android and an iOS operating system on one device. Everybody was definitely going to shift to that arena. So it hasn't been long, just like 2 days ago, when Google or Donald Trump has finally been able to lift the ban on Huawei. Note, the ban is not totally lifted, but then they still have the chance to run Android on their devices. Now, from Android Authority right now, like you're seeing on the screen, they're saying Huawei is still on the entity list, and this is what they say. For now, Huawei is still on the so-called entity list of companies that the US Department of Commerce bars from dealing with American entities. A formal decision has not been made yet, and the discussions between the US and China are ongoing. So Trump also said that Huawei is still a security risk in the US government view. So Huawei is very much in play in terms of our country and in terms of our intelligence and the intelligence of the community, or the intelligence community. So we know a lot about Huawei, but I don't want to mention that right now. I just think it's inappropriate, and we are not making it other than what I told you. We are going to save that from the latter. So that is basically everything, or what is basically happening now. And going up, we have the main news, which states that it's stunning, and if not entirely surprising, turnaround coming just weeks after the Trump administration called Huawei a major threat to the US national security. So it's obvious, it's very weird how Trump, or who just called Huawei a security threat, just comes up and then all of a sudden says that Huawei is allowed to run Android on their phones. So I think this has to do with Huawei's Oak OS or the Arc OS, where they had the ability to just come up with something so splendid, and they fear that if that is done, US might lose a lot of resources or might lose a lot of money. This thing is a money gamble, so everybody is looking at what will benefit them in terms of business and everything. We on the tech side are always going to bring you news and stuff like this, and so what you need to know now is, if you're using a Huawei device, Huawei Mate Pro, P series, F series, I don't even know if there's an F series, but then any Huawei device or any Huawei gadget you are using, Huawei gadget you are using, you could just continue to use it and not fear or panic for the reason that Huawei would just block you guys, or the operating system will be scraped off, showing you a new interface. There's nothing like that going to happen anytime soon. So if you are a Huawei user, you could just stick to using your Huawei device and you won't have any problem at all. My name is Dalpi, this is Shaq, and we will be bringing you more, so please make it a point to stay tuned and keep your doors locked here. Peace out.